ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
From a venue that's been sold out since it opened back in 2002, there's a look at the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 54 miles. Watch it slap. Watch it slap. Go team, spill. Good dash. Go, go. Hey, Sam off. Check, check. Lucky. Watch the safety creep. Check.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. And some room to work. It's a foot race. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
At their own 25-yard line.
Done. 180. 59. I'm coming.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Wentz going to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Corey Davis 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jumper. Look at me. Go. Shoot.
Here's Grant. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. Hey, Alpha. Watch the slant. Hey. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Line 56. It's going to be a long day. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll go with the keeper.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the first down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
We own pilot 64. We crunch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Hard. Switch. Check the backer. Hey. Motion.
This is Grant. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Sunday! It's 74.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Then he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. 25, check 25.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
59.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
That's another Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Check.
They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Go. 180. Let's go, D. Out. Here, Jim.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
You ain't going nowhere. Check 24, check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. No. Off.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Tight dog. You're out. Switch gears. Check 3. Recon, 132 fighter. Check 3. On your team.
On first down, Grant. They'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Corey Grant, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Wentz. It's caught. Humphries. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run on 1st down. It's Grant, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Rock it. Look at me. Zipper. Motion. Get it.
They will run with Grant. And he's got some space here. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Patriots 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Right there, 56. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Check 9, check 9. Set.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 50. Alert flare.
Gone.
On first down, Grant, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
56. Mike's 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
2nd and 13. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Corey Grant with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. Completes it to Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. To throw, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Check 31. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Fresh.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And to the 49-yard line, but no further, and obviously he is well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Shoot!
They try right side here, Gurley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back. Sunday.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
59. Mike's 59.
It's our time. Other side, solid.
Check safety.
Great 15.
Here's Wentz to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go! Check 26, check 26. Go! Check. Ready?
They go back to Grant. Room here to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
65. Check, check. Lucky. Watch the safety green.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again they run with Gurley. Fights through him. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Watch out, watch out.
Other side, solid, solid.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Kill, 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 kill. Joker, 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 joker.
Here. Finish your motion.
52.
Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal, Gurley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Let's go. 10-2 sauce.
54 Mike.
One five.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 4, check 4.
Leo.
Check. Check. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Come on,
Mike.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Come on.
They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stopped him a yard shy.
Let's go.
He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Wentz now on first down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a draw play for Gurley. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Pac-Man. 180. Hey, empty. Empty.
Let's bring it.
Working from the gun. Wentz going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He can't hang.
Look at me. Big trip.
They'll run on first down. Grant, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo.
And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Corey Grant, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as his guys continue to pour it on. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Gurley. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Set up, 10 Lobo.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Out, 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 out.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, high 7.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Showing it, showing it. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Tight go. Lynn 5-3. Lynn 5-3. Man 5-7.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
40, 82, 40. Rip.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 3, check 3.
Flag.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. I'm coming for you.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Hey, Haywood.
You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Funches has it complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,